My nerdy and fragile little brother introduced us to the woman of his life during a family dinner, but I was surprised when I discovered that she was a real hottie. So I made a $100 bet with my dad that I would clap her cheeks before he does. Part 2. Every evening, after leaving my dad's garage, I would go to her university to see if I could catch her leaving her classes, and one day, I saw her. She didn't go straight home. It was a Friday night, and she first went to a bar with 2 of her friends before heading home. She had done this for 2 consecutive weeks, so I thought that in the 3rd week, she would do the same thing, and that's when I would seduce her like a barbarian. Friday came, and I decided to show up at that bar with a friend. I told him to go in before me, to enter and try to chat with the girls, and then call me when they had had enough to drink. I knew my little brother well, and I was sure he let her do as she pleased. She wasn't a good girl, and I was going to prove it. So, my friend went in at around 10 p.m. and he informed me that she was there. She was a beautiful brunette with long hair, with a delicate air about her. She was probably from the south. They started drinking, and some time later, my friend sent me a message telling me to come in. I saw her chatting with the girls. They were all laughing. They had all been drinking except me. I recognized her well. I think she suspected something, but she wasn't sure. It's true that she hadn't looked at me much during that family dinner, and I had to stay at the table for maybe 15 minutes, and it had been over a month since then, which was a good thing. When I arrived, my friend asked me to join them, and I immediately agreed. I ordered a mojito and sat right next to my brother's girlfriend. She was very touchy-feely with my friend, and honestly, I didn't expect the events that followed to unfold so pitifully. I was sitting next to her and we started talking about everything and nothing. She was very touchy. We talked about our travels and so on, and at no point did my brother's girlfriend mention being in a relationship. At one point, we even discussed more intimate things, and a girl asked us about our best bed experiences. My friend replied that it was with a girl in Turkey. As for me, I mentioned one of my best stories in Spain with a very active and ambitious brunette in bed. Honestly, I didn't pay attention to the responses of my brother's girlfriend's friends. However, my brother's girlfriend mentioned a name of someone she had slept with in Croatia, boasting about his big caliber. She started giggling with her 2 friends. I knew it, she was that kind of girl. I told her that I myself had a very strong Bengala and saw a spark in her eyes. This girl was a deviant. I asked her if she was currently in a relationship, and she said it was complicated. Obviously, I knew perfectly well that she was with my little brother. She didn't have an ounce of feelings for him, and to be honest, I understood why. The guy spent his whole life watching anime and coding. He didn't really have big ambitions, didn't seem like he wanted to conquer the world, which unfortunately is essential in seduction. She must have felt sorry for him because he idolized her, but I knew he wasn't enough to satisfy such a spoiled brat. Honestly, I really shone during that evening. I kept talking to her. While my little brother was studying, I had time to travel, so I had plenty of stories to tell that girl. I know I caught her attention. She told me I was her type. I wanted to make her feel dirty. Some time later, we left the bar. I noticed she was receiving messages she wasn't responding to. I said goodbye to my friend and I was left alone with her. You can now check if there is a part 3 by pressing share and more.